Hi, everybody. It's Agnes, and today Savannah is here to share her success story. She's taken the time out from her Easter Sunday to come and hang out with us. And hello, Savannah. Nice to meet you face to face.
Yes, you too.
So, what have you got to share with
Can
us
you not
today?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, good. I don't know where to begin because I think you shared my story on your just reading my email. So
Yeah.
I don't know where to take it from there, I guess.
Well,
Or
take it from when things weren't going well, and then what you did, and then how about then the result?
okay. Yeah, so things weren't going well for maybe a whole year. And I finally was like, I don't know. I was about to give up, or I was like, I gotta figure out a different way to go about things. And that's when I came across your videos. And I think the biggest difference between what I was doing before and what I did after your videos was the whole self-love thing. Like before I was like still trying to like live in the end and do all those things, but because I didn't have self love, it was just like not working.
Yeah.
Or that's how I feel like it. That's how it went. And then, so that was like a whole year. And then, yeah, I found the videos like in August. And then just peered on me and just kind of was like, came out of the picture. And if all of this works out, then I think I can hear you. Oh no.
Try that. Try that with my video off. See if it works better. Can you hear me now? Savannah? You there? Savannah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I've turned my
Uh-oh.
video. I've turned my video off.
Hello.
I've turned
Hello.
I've turned my video off.
Okay.
Maybe try and switch yours off, and maybe the
Okay.
audio will be better.
Okay.
Yeah. Try that.
Okay, I can figure that out.
It should be down the bottom somewhere.
Okay. Oh, does
Yeah.
that work?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's try it. Let's try it audio only. See how we go.
All right, sounds good. That'll be
Okay.
like a phone call.
Yeah, like a phone call. So you were saying,
Yes. Oh, yes, yeah, I spent the solid like 3 or 4 months just doing only self-love things, and that
yeah,
seemed to accelerate not only like him coming back, but like everything in my life just like took off from there too.
you mean like work or what sort of things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
work and just interacting with people like on the daily basis was like you could kind of tell that people were like paying more attention to me and like
Yeah.
wanted to see what I was up to, and like, yeah, just never had that like focus before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So
Mm-hmm.
let's rewind a bit because the Wi-Fi was so bad we didn't get to hear what was going on.
Yes.
You were with your specific person and then you separated. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. So we were together for about three years, and or yeah, like 3 years, and then like the fourth year in, I started spiraling out of control with just like, he's gonna cheat on me, he's gonna leave me for someone else,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. Like I had those thoughts, like, and I know how like law of attraction works and stuff like that too. So, and I was like, but for some reason I just like couldn't help myself, and I was just like, I think I was having those thoughts, like it was like turned obsessive pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And well, I got my unfortunate wish. And also like you, like when you were talking about like don't go seeking on the internet because you're gonna find what you want to find.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I found out, and I found what I needed to find and had the evidence and all that. So then we had the nasty disaster that comes after that, and we broke up
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, it was just kind of like I needed to time out and like figure out why I was doing that to myself, or like
Yeah.
why, because I knew right away. I was like, I caused that, and I was like, well, I need to figure out why I was so like driven to like make that happen, because it's not a fun experience at all, and it's like happened multiple times in my life before too.
Yeah.
So it was just like trying to uncover the layers of that, and it was just like, okay, I felt like I wasn't worthy enough. So then it was like you dive into that hole and like find out all this stuff about
Yeah.
why you felt that way, you know, like from being a kid growing up. And then it just kind of like keeps going, and then you find out I felt like I wasn't smart enough or pretty enough, and like it just kept going basically. Yeah. But yeah, so that kind of like, even still, like when I would do, so I kind of like figured it out why I was doing it, and was like trying to discover how to fix it. And I was like thinking, you know, like I would take time for myself and like go on walks and do all that kind of thing. But it was like I would do it enough that he would come back for like a little bit. But then as soon as he would come back, I would like everything would reverse, and I'd be like, like I called it like vampire style. You just like suck on to like whatever little bit of like attention and love that they're giving you, and then you're just like, I'll take all of it, and just kind of ask you for more of it every day. So that was like, yeah, he would come back for like a little bit, but then I would just drive him away like immediately.
Yeah.
So
Did you let go of like when you would drive him away again, were you still doing like your self-love and all that stuff, or you just totally let it go because he was back?
I would totally let it go. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then like when I found your videos, I was like, okay, I gotta switch up what I think I am doing for self-love. And I started doing affirmations. Like before I was doing affirmations, but it was just kind of like, did it here and there, and like just whenever.
Yeah.
Said it maybe once a day, and that was about it. But then like after watching your videos, I was like, okay, let's see. I'm gonna try making that my obsession, like just having like I am worthy in my head over and over and over, until I basically was like, yes, there is no other way, I am worthy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's like, I was like, that does take a lot of hard work and like focus, but it's worth it, because like now it's just so much easier for me to like get into that headspace where I'm like, yeah, of course I'm worthy and I deserve everything that's coming for me.
Yeah. Was that the main, like you picked that one as your main one, your main affirmation?
No, I kind of just like I was saying, like slowly like peeled away all different. That one just keeps clicking in my head, but it was like, oh well, and yeah, for the I had to keep saying I'm first best
Yeah.
because I was like that. I think has been a theme my whole entire life. Like not, I always felt second best. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that is a major one I have to clear up. So,
Yes.
but then I also like use that one in the whispering technique. I was like, I'm gonna use that one because I want to. For some reason, I was like, it would just be so great to like hear someone else say that to me, even though like I can tell it to myself, and that's great. But I was just like, oh, that would just be so great. So that's like when I did the whispering technique, I was like, tell me I'm first best,
Yeah.
and he did.
And he
Yeah.
did.
He was, yeah. He was like, this is so weird. Like, I don't know if you'll understand, like, me, like, why I need to say this to you, but I just, like, need you to know that you're first best. And I was like, whoa.
Oh my God, he used the exact words.
Yeah, the exact words. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed. I feel really good.
Wow. Did you have a
Yeah.
moment of, oh my God, I created that? Did you kind of have,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I was blown away. I just like, I'm sure it wasn't the reaction he was expecting, but I just like started laughing because I was like,
Yeah.
this is too much right now. If you only knew.
Wow. And that's something, once you've had that experience of someone telling you the exact words that you've been imagining, saying, affirming,
Mm-hmm.
like that's something no one can take away from you forever. That's yours. You know what you did and you know what you got. And that gives you the confidence for the rest of your life to manifest other things.
Oh, definitely. And I think
Yeah.
I was like, this is the thing I've struggled with the most. So like, if I could just hear that, then I would know that
Yep.
going forward, everything would be like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty huge turning point, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
okay,
yeah.
can you fill in, just for people listening, can you fill in, okay, you had him, then you
Mm-hmm.
pushed him away with your neediness and your I'm second
Mm-hmm.
best, then
Yeah.
you did some work, then he came back and you dropped everything, and then you had the experience of losing him again. So
Mm-hmm.
on that second time, did you
Mm-hmm.
go back to doing the stuff for you and continuing it, or did you just drop the ball again when he came back again?
No, okay. So yeah, I changed my game. Like I just went really hard on
Yep.
affirming and all of that. So then yeah, that would have been the like August to November type thing.
Yeah.
And
As in 2017?
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
recent. But like I was like this time, like if we get back together, like I'm not giving up me time at all. So and I've stuck with it. And things are like crazy different. Like I could tell before, like when I felt needy and stuff, it was like, yeah, it was just like you kind of like put the other person first, and you're like,
Yeah.
if they call you, you drop everything and you go do
Mm.
whatever they're doing. And now he'll like call me to hang out, and I'll be like, no, actually, I'm gonna go to this movie by myself, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. And that makes you more attractive to the other person because you're not revolving your whole life around them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
Did he say that he
yeah.
finds you different? Like he's noticed that you're different?
Um, not quite. I think he more expressed it like so like when we first met, I was feeling like that point in my life, I was really like things were going really well for me and I was super confident and like I felt like I had a ton of self-love back
Mm.
then. So he's kind of like this is the side of you that I first fell in love with or like I met
Mm.
you when I met you.
Yeah.
So it's more of like, oh, this is I remember you. Like that's who I not the crazy girl that was like, are you cheating on me?
Yeah. That's wonderful. So when he came back and you maintained your routine this time.
Yes.
What routine did you stick to? Like, what sort of things did you maintain?
Well, I'm definitely trying to like meditate every day just so I have like I'm not it just helps me so I'm not like I don't jump straight into like bad assumptions or like just
Yes.
kind of keeps me stable. So I
Yep.
try and do that every day. Even if it's just like laying down and listening to like really chill music or
Mm.
just kind of like zoning out a little bit.
Yep.
But then also like every time I get into my car is turned into like my affirmation zone. I'll just
Yeah.
have like a little bit of music that I like and I'll just like say all my affirmations out loud.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy when you're in the car, you can get like so into it and just be
Yeah.
like start shouting basically.
Yeah. 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 Do you find it's more powerful for you doing it out loud rather than in your head?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because
Okay.
like when I'm thinking or in my head, I'm one of those people that can have like 10 thoughts at a time
Yeah.
and just kind of go everywhere. So it's like if I'm saying it out loud, it's like I'm so focused on what I'm saying. Like I have to
Mm.
listen to myself,
Mm.
basically. So I prefer saying it out loud.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. And
Yeah, so I
what
do that.
affirmations do you kind of stick to for your daily routine?
Usually, yeah, like what I love myself, I'm worthy. I've kind of have it's kind of nice that I've dropped I'm first best
Yep.
because it's like I feel like I don't need to be saying that anymore because I just know
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
So that is such a relief. But yeah, I'm trying to think of all the ones I go through. Oh yeah, just like I'm wealthy, I'm healthy. Like I've expanded it to like
The other
more
things.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. So
Mhm.
apart from your affirmations and your meditation, have you got anything other self-love things that you do?
Yeah, I try and like exercise. That seems to help me too.
Yep.
If things aren't going well in the day or whatever, it's just like I can go exercise and kind of just shake that off.
Yeah.
So I like to do that a little bit every day. And then I just try and like pick like one thing that I love to do, which is
Yes.
not what everyone else probably loves to do, but I'll like I just like listening to like records like all the way through. So maybe I'll like put on a record and listen to it all
Mm.
the
Yeah.
way. I do something like something that I just love doing.
Yeah. Music is one of the biggest emotional changes of state, the way you're in, like the state that you're in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I work in the music business, so that's like I'm so like it's my gratitude is out of control for that because when I go to work, like I'm just sitting there and I'm like I'm getting paid to just like listen to music right now. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great. And you were talking before about that it's affected your work and other areas of your life. Were you
Mhm.
already in this job before you lost your
Mhm.
relationship, or did you get another job, a better job?
um I've worked in the same job for like 6 years now. So
Okay.
when he like around in like the end of November, I got a promotion. So yeah, I'm kind of like moving up a little bit in my workplace from that.
Mm,
Hmm. So yeah, I guess I just changed like a little aspect of my work, but
yeah.
a good thing.
And you obviously love what you do and you appreciate your
Hmm.
job a lot.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. A good job and a good relationship. They're two good, they're like good bookends, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like I was like, that's all. I could
Yeah.
live anywhere, and that as long as that those two are
Yep.
good, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I agree with you there because we spend so much time with both of those things.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That
Yeah.
really is wonderful. And
Yeah.
do you live at the same place, you and your partner?
Yep. So he actually just moved back in this past I don't know, like a couple of weeks ago he moved back in.
Okay.
So yeah, when we broke up, I told him to move out because I was like, I can't, that's just
Yeah.
not healthy.
Mm.
So I told him to move out, and then yeah, like a few weeks ago, he brought it up, and I was like, yeah, that would be okay. Yeah, like you can move back in.
He
So,
brought it up. That's
yeah,
lovely.
yeah, yeah.
And did you imagine something for that, or it just happened?
I did, like, before, yeah, I did at some point, and I didn't spend much time on it. I feel like I imagined that happening, and then I just kind of dropped it because I was like, I'm actually loving life, and living alone is really healthy for me right now. So I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna drop that. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the little bit of time I spent on it definitely has manifested. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, about that.
Gee, you've done well. You've imagined hearing I'm first best. You got that. You imagined getting back together, and you did. And you imagined him moving in with you back in, and you actually appreciated the time being separated. So
Yeah.
it's like you've done really well with your focus.
Yeah. This is the like first time in my life I'm like, I am so proud of myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something to be
Oh,
proud about, isn't it?
yeah, that's another one of my affirmations is I say I'm really proud of myself. Or
That's lovely. Yeah, that's lovely. There is, when you really understand how creating something works and then you apply it and then you see a result, I just think that is one of the most amazing moments in life.
Oh yeah.
Because
Definitely.
we don't get taught this anywhere unless we are
No.
in a lot of pain and then we start researching.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, wow. I just think that's so great. And I'm glad we delayed the interview because you got to tell us that, he's moved back in with you.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, yeah, there's more to add.
Yeah, more to add to the story.
Mm-hmm.
So have you got other things that you now are looking forward to manifesting? I mean, you don't have to share them because it's always best not to say too much, but
Yeah.
have you got other things that you're working on mentally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Yeah. And that's like, I can't even explain the feeling of just like not caring about the relationship anymore. Well, I mean, I care, but like, just like now I'm so excited about like other things happening in my life that I'm like, oh, it's like I've just not all my attention is on one person. So that's just like I feel so relieved. It's amazing.
And
but
I
yeah,
think, Savannah, did you have, because when you're trying to manifest a specific person and you're suffering and you're hurting and all that stuff, and it's like you've got them up on a pedestal, did you find doing the self-love brought him down off the pedestal?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I was like, I am on the pedestal.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. That is so true.
It just feels so good to like not have him on the pedestal.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-love is just the biggest freedom. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is what I was missing the whole entire time.
Yes. Yeah. And you've learned it at what age?
I'm 27.
You're 27. Yeah. And I learned it at about 28, 29, I think, when I first started. So, yeah, when you learn this young, it's like you got your whole life ahead. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you learn it at, but you get that benefit of applying it to so many different areas.
I've never been like so excited for like future things to happen.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think it's, God, I wish they taught this stuff at school.
I know, me too. I was like, if I can figure out a way to teach it to children, I'll be right there doing that. Because I was like, I would love to.
Wow.
I mean, like, I feel like kids already like have it.
Yes.
Like to begin with, and then somehow
they imagine stuff. They like imagining.
Yeah, and then you like train them to not do that, which is terrible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's that would be the school of the century, wouldn't it? Learning about the real laws, not just the law of gravity in science, but you're learning about the law of attraction and the law of projection, the law of assumption, and there's many, many more. that can assist you to be able to create rather than just live. Well, you're not even living. You're just surviving when you're in that state of not understanding this stuff. You're just basically going from one crappy thing to another because you don't know it's you creating everything.
Right. And yeah, when I feel like you encounter other people too who are like, oh, like I spilled coffee on myself and I like my day is just terrible. It's like going nowhere, and it's like, well, you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I feel very proud of you because I know how much work it takes, and every time I hear a good story, I just get, to me it's like if people can learn, whether it's through my channel or anyone else's channel or a book or anything, but that they apply it and they get relief, to me that is a day when I hear a story like that, that's my day complete, because that's it. That's what life is. That's somebody breaking free of their stuff, of their family stuff, of their beliefs that they've been dragging around, and they're going to start having a life where they feel joy and they feel happy and they feel that they are who they can really be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I'm so grateful for you and finding you. I feel like it was a weird, I had to dig deep for you. I had to search around, but I was like, when I found it, and I just like all of a sudden like something clicked that never clicked before. So I appreciate it.
Oh, that's lovely. What would you say, Savannah, is your, like, in terms of like YouTubes and authors, like who do you really resonate with that you read? Like the old authors and stuff. Who do you really love?
Yeah, so actually, I dropped out of college, but when I was in college, I studied philosophy.
Yeah.
So I kind of that kind of like was my start of things a little bit, and then I had an aunt my aunt listens to Abraham Hicks, or she listens to like everything really, but she like gave me some Abraham Hicks CDs, and that's when I kind of was like, okay, there's something to this.
Yeah.
And then she, like, right before I met my current boyfriend, like, she gave me some books of Neville Goddard's that I love. He's definitely one of my favorites. Like, the way he, I don't know, articulates things is just like, oh, yes, like, you can give this to people and they will understand.
Yeah.
This. Because it's a lot to take in at first, for sure. And I feel like keeps it pretty simple, and like, the feeling is the secret. I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
That was definitely a game changer for me at that point, because I was like, because you can like just say things or like imagine things. You can just do things, but like once you put some like feeling and emotion and like put things behind it, it like makes it so much easier and like makes time go by. So that one was like
come alive.
huge one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of whatever I could find on YouTube, I would but yeah, once I feel like I click with hearing something or someone, it's just like I'll stay with them for as long as I need to. And right now, that's you.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And I've done that with Neville. I read well, my friend that does Law of Attraction, she's in Sydney. She gave me my first Law of Attraction book, I think about 26, 27 years ago now. And it was Florence Scovel Shinn's book. And she had like 4 books in one. And then she gave me The Law and the Promise by Neville Goddard. And I remember not being able to sleep. I would just get this rush of electricity through my body reading that in the night, and I couldn't sleep.
Oh, yeah. I've had that point too, where I'm just like, oh, this is so much good information. Like,
Oh,
just keep going, bring it on.
yeah. It just ignites you. And like you say, his other book, Feeling is the Secret, and all his books are quite thin and easy to read. You don't need
Yeah.
to be, intellectually master advanced to be able to understand what he's talking about, because the books are simple and thin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I mean, that man's legacy goes on and on and on and on. And I mean,
Yeah.
he would have had no idea YouTube was coming. He died in the
Yeah.
70s. So he had no idea how many people would be clustering to his work.
Right. Yes. And when we
Yeah.
start our school of the century, he's
Yes.
definitely gonna be a staple.
Yeah. He'll be hanging on the wall, Savannah. He'll be hanging on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, is there anything else you want to share before we go? Anything else you want to talk about?
I feel like I had all these like thoughts in my head that I was like, I need to share all this, but it's like now that it's on the spot, I can't think of them.
You can't
But,
think of it. Have you got any
yeah.
kind of wisdom, anything that you think, okay, that was so important, that people need to know that because that was crucial?
Oh, I think, yeah. So when I was thinking of living in the end, I think before, when I was trying it, like before I had self-love, like strong self-love, before when I would like live in the end, it was like, I don't know, I would do things like have 2 cups of coffee out instead of 1 or whatever.
Yep.
But it was like the second time I tried it, I was like, for some reason I was like, wait, if I was really living in the end and we're really together, like I wouldn't have to do anything really. Like I wouldn't have to imagine being with him every night. I wouldn't have to like do all the work that I'm doing basically to try and get him back. I was like, I wouldn't have to do that. So I just kind of was like, oh, I just get to like live my life. That's living. So that was like, I guess, me letting go, but really it was just kind of like, oh, like I get to just live and it's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
There's Neville talks about that if something's not manifesting for you, it's for one reason and one reason only. It's that you haven't got acceptance of the goal, of the desire. And when you describe that, it reminds me of Neville talking about that. It's like you just went, you know what? If I was going to be with him, I wouldn't be doing any more of this stuff. It's like you, on an internal level, finally understood that there was no more need to do anything, and you let go. And that, you can't force the letting go. It just happens when you finally really get in the marrow of your bones how it works.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's a nice moment.
Yeah.
You had some good moments, Savannah. You had some good moments.
It is. Yeah. So you have to be patient with yourself for sure. If it's not clicking for you, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and just and it's so easy to say try and relax, but boy, that's the hardest thing to do when you're in the grips of something. To try and relax is like, oh, give me anything else to do. I can't relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's easy to say just relax, but boy, oh boy,
Oh yeah.
We're action figures.
That's the hardest part.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But yeah, that's when I started like working out, because I was like, after you work out, you're like, you're tired, so you're like, okay, I have to relax.
Actually, that's a good point. I've never thought about the importance of exercise from that point of view. Yeah, that's true. It wears you out a little bit, and then it makes you surrender and let go. So yeah. Yeah, there's so much to exercise, and there's so much to sleeping properly and eating properly. It's not just doing the thing that's on the surface. It's got much more layers to it. I remember someone saying to me, oh, what's exercise and sleeping and all that got to do with manifesting. It's like, well, if you sleep better, you wake up and you're much more focused because your head's not foggy from being tired, which means you're not as grumpy. If you're not as grumpy, that means your vibe's higher. And if your vibe's higher, then you manifest better. And that very thing applies to eating properly, exercise, sleep, and drinking lots of water. It's a form of self-respect and self-love. And all those components then make you feel physically better. And when you feel physically better, your head's clear. When your head's clear, you're able to focus on whatever you want to focus on with much more, with much more ease. It's not so hard.
Yeah, that's spot on. And I feel like I always, like, growing up, I always, like, kind of shrugged it off. But, like, I know that you're a dancer, and I was also a dancer. Like, or I still am. I still dance. But, like, I just was like, yeah, it's just something I do, whatever. Like, eat well, whatever. Like, this is the first time in my life that I'm actually like, okay, these things actually make a difference. Like,
yeah, they do. It's self-love has got so many levels to it.
Yeah.
And it's not just eating well because it's the right thing to do. It's just, it just feels better to eat food that's alive and that's not processed. Yeah. And it helps your body function.
Yeah. And I never put that together until now. So that's a good moment too.
Yeah, that was a long one for me too. That was one of the last, my most resistant ones was eating well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I still love tiramisu or a nice piece of pavlova cake. That's never going to stop. But
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If it's 85% eating well and 15% eating what you want, well then, hey, that's not so bad.
Yeah. You get your little treats in there.
Yeah, I need a treat. Yeah. I say that regularly when I'm in London. You know, I say to my partner, oh, I need a treat. He says to me, no, you don't. I said, no, I really do need one.
You're like, it's a need. It's not a want.
Yeah, it's not a want. It's a definite need. Yeah, coming from a French-Italian background, it's a need.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh. Well, Savannah, thank you so much. Let's see if we can put our videos on just to say goodbye to people because they haven't even seen us today. I'm so glad that it worked.
Yes. All right.
I mean, they didn't get to see us, but that's all right. At least they can see.
Yes.
You know, otherwise, they would have got no interview at all today. For some reason, the Wi-Fi was just not good. No matter how much I imagined it to be great, it didn't come into sync quick enough. Well, thanks for hanging out in the car. Yeah, thanks for hanging out in the car.
No problem. It was easier to do that.
Yeah. Actually, Jacqueline, I interviewed her twice and she was in the car as well. Some of the really good interviews come from being in your little space. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like my car is like, I can say whatever I want in here.
Yeah. All right, my lovely. Thank you so much.
Okay. I was like, I think we're delayed again, but
yeah. So
okay, me too.
Are you available to answer questions in the thread?
Yeah, just not a video day.
What's that?
Yeah. I'll try and keep up with that.
Yeah, just if you get time.
I'll try and keep up with that.
Yeah, just pop in when you can. All right, my lovely. Big hug, Savannah. Thank you.
Yes, you too.
Okay.
Bye. All right, bye.